Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. This is the fifth and final part of July's Deck of the Month for my Deck Strength versus Weakness series. Today we are going to cover oracles that are anti-pairs for our Deck of the Month, which is the Tarot of Oneness. And today I have 9 decks to show you that I've discovered do not pair. And I'll give you as much information as I can as to why they don't pair. I also have the poll for August's Deck of the Month for you to choose from up on my community tab. Please feel free to go and vote. So let's go ahead and jump right in here for decks that do not pair. First up, we have the Lantern Oracle. I actually adore the Lantern Oracle. It covers a lot of ground. It has, you know, the Triple Moon Goddess present in it. But it does have, you know, wishful expectations, forgiveness, trusting tricksters. It does have shadow work as, you know, accountability. There you go, right there. As a prevalent theme. So as a weakness for the Tarot of Oneness being shadow work, these two decks don't pair. Sad but true. That's how the cookie crumbles. So moving right along, and on that same theme is our next deck, and that is the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. And yes, as the name suggests, it's a shadow deck for those of you that have never seen this particular indie deck from Kickstarter. And actually I love that. Summer Fire with the Four of Wands. Yeah, see, I would love to put some of these cards really next to each other, especially the positive cards that are over here on the Earth, Moon, and Shadow deck. However, because it is inspired to do shadow work, despite the almost non-shadow-like cards that are in the deck, it doesn't change the overall energy of this deck enough to where these pair. It's not going to happen. And look at that. The Tower with the Underworld card. The Shadow Realm Reincarnation. See, some of these I could totally see being able to utilize this as a deck, but the shadow work influence will not let it happen. Which is kind of a shame, but is very well expected because, as I said, the weakness of the Tarot Oneness is shadow work. Moving right along, our next deck. This is the Soul Care Oracle by Sarah McCormick. This is also an indie deck from Kickstarter, for those of you that don't recognize it. And this deck does have seasons, as you can see from this autumn card. It does have moon phases in it. It does have planets in it as well, and zodiac signs. Now, that being said, the reason why these don't pair is because this has astrology in it. That's what I came to the conclusion of, and what my ancestors gave me is that because there is an astrology influence to this particular oracle deck, it does not pair. So if any of you find any other decks that do have astrology that do pair, please let me know, because the next deck I have is the Moonology Manifestations Oracle. And once again, because it has astrology in it, these two decks do not pair. And, you know, I could see this going really far if I could get these two decks to play nice with each other and be able to communicate, but apparently there's some nuances that the Tarot of Oneness just doesn't like, so it's a no-go. Alright, and we're going to keep on going. I did figure out with the Tarot of Oneness, astrology and one other item, it usually is going to be very troublesome, and I'll get to the other one later, probably in the last deck. The next deck I'm going to show you is the Sacred Creators Oracle. Most of us are familiar with this deck. This is by Chris Ann, the same creator as the Light Seers Tarot. And a lot of us use this particular oracle with chakra work as well. And because this deck does have some chakra influences, that is why these two don't really hit it off so much. Or that is my understanding from my ancestors, is if it was just a plain affirmation deck with no chakra influences, this probably would have paired. But because it doesn't have that restriction on the oracle, it just doesn't want to jive well. All right, the next deck I'm going to show you is one that I really wanted to pair, and the fact that it doesn't pisses me off. And that is the Messages from the Mermaids Oracle. Now, I would like to remind everyone that the Mermaid Tarot does pair with the Tarot of Oneness. So if I use the Tarot of Oneness as the main spread, clarify it with the Mermaid Tarot, that means I need an oracle that can clarify further. I was hoping this would pair because the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle does pair. So out of my collection, I have this Mermaid deck and one Ocean deck, which is Whispers of the Ocean. The Whispers of the Ocean pairs. Messages of the Mermaids? No, it doesn't pair. So using the Tarot of Oneness and then using my Mermaid Tarot to clarify and then using my Oracle that is also Mermaids to clarify doesn't work. It literally doesn't work. And that's a shame because I wanted, you know, more watery decks that would be able to pair, because I like the idea and the combo of the Tarot of Oneness with the Mermaid Tarot. And after I discovered the Whispers of the Ocean pairs, I was like, oh yeah, that means the Messages of the Mermaids pair. And then we ran into a bit of a speed bump and realized, no, that's not how this works. So that was one of my disappointing moments. Next deck I'm going to show you is the Magic of the Unicorns Oracle. And I haven't completely pinpoint why these two do not agree. As you can see from this top card, the Cosmic Diamond, there is some other influences, a little bit more, yeah, gemstone, chakra, energy kind of in the deck. And I have a feeling that that's one of the reasons why I'm going to have to do a deeper dive into exactly why these two specifically won't pair. I just know for the most part, I confess that it just won't pair for me, given the strength and weakness of the Tarot of Oneness. So if any of you have tried to pair this deck and haven't gotten it to pair, if you have a deeper insight onto what, you know, why that is, please feel free to share it in the comment section down below. I would love to know. Otherwise, I'll just continue trying to pair it and suss it out as far as why it doesn't seem to work. All right. We're almost towards the end, but next deck. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray. Now, my female Archangel Oracle does pair with the Tarot of Oneness. I was like, okay, so the one angel deck I have that is purely angels pairs. But by the time I got to the Angels and Ancestors deck, I was like, the angels, yeah, probably. The ancestors, and that's when I paused. I was like, the ancestors the problem, right? And that's exactly it. In an aspect of referring to angels, these two are okay with each other, but when the Angels and Ancestors deck takes more of the ancestor approach, these two disagree. So it's kind of a hit and miss. I don't guarantee this as a pairing just for that fact, because you can't always control which side you're tapping into, the angels or the ancestors. So this is in my anti-pairs list just for that reason. Because like this card, the Elder card that you see right now, of course, is about ancestral patterns. This is one of those that could come up in a reading, and it may muddle the reading because the Tarot of Oneness is not going to lend more energy into that card. So you can try it. I don't promise that it will work. It might be a one-off situation occasionally where it does work for you, but for the most part, I haven't had it work. And the last deck I'm going to show you is the Secret Languages of Animals by Chip Richards. I am not surprised that this does not pair. The Tarot of Oneness and the Beautiful Beast Tarot do not pair because of the animal influence in the Beautiful Beast Tarot. So, the Secret Languages of Animals being a purely animal oracle and designed for that to purely tap into animal energy, of course, these two do not pair. And that was the secondary thing that I discovered with the Tarot of Oneness. It has issues with astrology decks, and when it comes to animal energy, it doesn't really have the ability to clearly communicate. And I think part of that is because this deck wants to give you connections and the self-care point of view as the strengths, but that's for you or whoever you're reading for, whereas animal decks have that instinctive, primal energy to it. It's not from a caring, self-help, self-care point of view. Instead, it's more instinctive, I guess you could say. So they do not pair. Now, if anybody else finds any animal decks or astrology decks that do pair with the Tarot of Oneness, by all means, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd be curious as to what those decks are. I am extremely limited when it comes to animal energy decks and astrology decks. But so far in my collection, this is what I've discovered. So please lend your information if you know more. And I'd like to remind everybody that when I do videos like this, it's all about the energy of the decks. It's not about the aesthetics. Just please note that. Also, I'd like to remind everybody that I do have August's Deck of the Month for Deck Strength and Weakness poll up in my community tab. Feel free to go and vote. If you've enjoyed this video so far, or would like to see more of this series, you enjoyed the content, please by all means feel free to subscribe. Hit that big thumbs up button so I know that you actually enjoyed this. Leave me a comment if you would. I would enjoy interacting with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.